Have you ever wondered what's the difference between a premium audio system and a standard audio system in most of your factory vehicles? It's one simple thing, and it typically comes down to bass. That's right, when they add a woofer to the factory sound system, it becomes a premium audio or concert-like sound. That's because with just your mids and highs, you don't really get that enveloped deep bass sound that you're looking for. You may get a little bit of a taste of it, but you're not getting that full deep body feeling that you usually get from real good bass. That's where something like our CW-DRA8 will come in. This could easily replicate that factory OEM concert-like premium audio sound with a simple all-in-one package subwoofer that you can install in just about any vehicle, even in the tightest of spaces and smallest of trunks. As you see, the woofer is built into the enclosure, but that's not all. There's also an amplifier built into this enclosure as well. So this means that this is an all-in-one package that can be easily installed in many different vehicles, no matter what their size constraints are. We also made sure to include everything that you would need to install and set up this system in your vehicle properly. Take, for example, the power connection harness. Here you'll see you have your power, ground, and remote turn-on that you need to provide power for the amplifier. And here is your line input adapter. This will allow you to tie into your OEM speakers, providing signal for the amplifier to play your music. We even included a wired remote. This can be set up near the driver, allowing you to have custom adjustments over the volume level that the subwoofer produces, as well as frequency control and even a phase switch.
The Q-Bus 8 V2 by NVX is a fully contained subwoofer system featuring an 8-inch subwoofer and a high-efficiency Class D amplifier. Designed for the person who wants to add tight, crisp bass to their audio system, but doesn't want to take up space with bulky subwoofer enclosures and amplifiers. The Q-Bus 8 V2 is constructed with an attractive black aluminum chassis that will match most vehicle interiors. And its extremely slim profile means it can easily be hidden out of sight underneath most vehicle seats, leaving valuable cargo space. The Q-Bus 8 V2 delivers 100 watts RMS to the 8-inch subwoofer, perfectly complementing your car audio system by filling in the missing bass frequencies. The included remote bass knob and variable bass boost give you added control to fine-tune the bass to your liking. Equipped with RCA and high-level inputs, the Q-Bus 8 V2 is compatible with both stock and aftermarket car audio systems, making it the perfect bass solution for any application. And because the unit is self-contained, installation is a breeze. Just connect power, ground, and signal, and you're ready to enjoy your music. If you don't need to shake the earth, but instead would like...
This is Pioneer's TSWX130DA, compact, self-amplified subwoofer. The TSWX130DA is a very small self-amplified subwoofer that is designed to fit in tight places, like under the front seat of many vehicles, and still deliver deep bass. The system features a 160 watt max Class D amplifier and an aluminum speaker cone in a custom designed enclosure, and a digital bass control that lets you tailor the sound for your vehicle. Let's take a look and see what's in the box. All right, this thing's heavy. Let's open the panel here. All right, the first thing we see here is the wired remote control. And the wired remote control here is used to operate the subwoofer and switch it on and off, change the parameters of the sound you'll hear. So that's the wired remote included in the box. And then we have some installation hardware. There's a small pack of installation hardware here. Okay, let's get some packing out of the way here. There's some packing. I'm just going to toss that aside. And the next thing we have here is the owner's manual and warranty card in its own package there. Okay, let's pull the subwoofer up out of here. There we go, and we'll take a look at that in just a moment. And finally, we have the wire harness for the system. We'll use the wire harness here to connect power and ground to the system, certainly, but we'll also use it to connect signal to the system from your in-dash receiver. The TSWX130DA features an 8 by 5¼ inch aluminum woofer cone driven by a built-in 160 watt max output Class D amplifier. The subwoofer cone is covered by a strong metal mesh grille for durability. The bottom of the TSWX130DA is made of heavy and durable metal. The corner mounting brackets included with the product will attach here. Up in this corner is the control and connection panel. Here is a close-up of the connection and control panel on the bottom of the subwoofer. Here is where you'll plug in the wired remote controller. The power and ground and system remote lead will plug in right here. The signal input from the in-dash receiver will plug in right here. You can use speaker level or RCA input. Now, if you're using RCA level input, just plug in your RCAs directly from the in-dash receiver right here. If you're using speaker level input, cut these RCA connections off and use these same wires for your speaker level input. Set this switch for speaker level or RCA input according to your specific installation. When using a speaker level input, set the input gain switch for the normal position. When using RCA input that is less than 4 volts, again, set the input gain switch to the normal position. When using RCA input that is equal to or greater than 4 volts, set this switch to the high position. The system is very compact, measuring only 7 7/8 by 11 by 2 3/4 inches high. The wired remote control included with the TSWX130DA has a connection wire that's about 15 feet long or so for very flexible installation. The control on top is the gain. Use this control to match your in-dash receiver's output to the input on the subwoofer. Next is the crossover frequency selector. Whether using RCA or speaker level input, you can choose what frequencies are played back by the sub. The TSWX130DA has a built-in LPF, or a low-pass filter. A low-pass filter means that all frequencies below the number you select will be played by the sub. Next is the phase control. You can set this to normal or reverse. Try both of these settings in your vehicle. Depending upon a number of different parameters, including speaker placement, one of these settings may sound significantly better than the other. So choose the setting that works best for your favorite music in your vehicle. And finally is the digital bass control. Try the deep setting and the dynamic setting with different types of music. The deep setting has lower and deeper bass, often found with a ported enclosure. The dynamic setting has tighter, punchier bass, often found with a sealed enclosure.
Now introducing the Hideaway. The Hideaway uses a 150 watt amplifier and an 8-inch subwoofer to give you actual deep bass in any small vehicle. You can put this guy beneath your seat, behind your seat, in your center console, anywhere it'll physically fit, and it'll give you awesome bass. If you need just a little bit more, we also have the Kick EQ on board. It gives you a 6 decibel bump at 40 Hertz. And if you don't know what that means, turn it on and you'll understand. It will accept high or low level inputs. So if you want to use your factory radio and your factory speakers, you can do that. Simply take that amplified output from your factory radio or even your rear speakers and plug it directly into the Hideaway. Or if you're using an aftermarket radio that has RCA outputs, you can do that too. Simply using the RCA input on the Hideaway will give you that connectivity. Some days you want a little more bass than others. Remote control. You can control the Hideaway subwoofer using this very simple remote. Simply mount this on your dashboard, beneath your dashboard, even in your cup holder, and you've got instant access to the subwoofer. And of course, as all Kicker products, it goes to 11.